ended up getting this lineup of musicians together to present this kind of a tribute show, and we had a lot of fun. So I had thrown in a couple of my songs into the set, and then after the show was done, I said, that's really good. Maybe you guys want to come and record these, demo them for me next week. And so everybody made the time. We went into the studio, did a quick 3-hour session, and I just was really impressed with this quality and the direction of this music and how everybody interpreted what I wrote, and I decided then I should just, see it through and sort of push it a little farther and use it as a vehicle to kind of bring some more of my music to life. And I was very fortunate enough that these guys joined me in the journey, and it just kind of went from there. And once you get a certain amount of way into a project, I kind of feel like it has to be finished. So I accessed a bit of funding through different sources and finished the project off, and then kind of decided that it would be good for me to release it. It had been a while since I put anything out on my own, and I'd been working on some of these songs for many years, and it was just really fun. So we just kept doing it, I guess.
Now, for you, it's not a big tour in regards to having to come from Halifax. You stopped in Moncton last night and you performed, and then you're here doing this in this wonderful venue.
It's beautiful.
What brought you towards the education aspect of it?
Well, I mean, I started a family. I had the life on the road is fabulous, but I needed something else in my life. I went to school and studied music, so I knew what the education stream was like, and I enjoy teaching. I've always taught a little bit, either privately or within schools, just to do workshops and clinics, and really it was just an opportunity, this music program to open up in Halifax, and I threw my name in as one of the candidates to maybe teach there, and I got interviewed and got the job, and that's when everything just sort of turned around, and I became an educator as well. I still feel like I'm a performer / educator, but really I'm probably an educator / performer nowadays.
I know you play bass, and you're recognized as one of the great bassmen here in Eastern Canada. Any other music instrument that you've decided to start to dabble in, or have you just concentrated on the stand-up bass?
Thanks. There's a lot of great bass players in Atlantic Canada. It's amazing. I dabble at piano and dabble at guitar. I think everybody dabbles at guitar. Mm-hmm. And I sing a bit. And I just, I try to just make music on different instruments I pick up. I would say that probably bass would be the only one that anybody would ever hire me on, but I do play piano. I do like playing piano when I'm teaching lessons. I find it really, I feel like the piano goes really well with playing bass. So.
Okay. Now the newest release that you let go, the title escapes me, so I'll ask you to say it instead.
It's The Starting Point versus the Steep Decline.
11 tracks on the album.
Yeah.
All of them with their own flair and taste. The whole thing actually listens like manna from heaven. I'm astounded at what you decided to release, and I'm happy that you're presenting it here tonight.
Thank you.
I'm going to ask the question, but you're a family man, you're an educator, so you don't have the touring crunch that many people have, but hobby-wise, what do you do other than taking care of your family, and doing your education, dabbling on your music? Is there anything else that you do outside of that?
I mean, there's lots of activities. I volunteer. I work with some different organizations. I like to play some sports. I try to play some sports with my kids, and I like to play golf. I like to play basketball. I like to, um, music is always it's almost a full-time occupation and thought. It's what I do for a hobby too. I mean, I go out and practice and play with different people. I jam with friends. And my kids, I play music with them, and so it's all encompassing. But
Okay.
yeah, I like to get around.
And there's not a lot of questions I can ask because they've already been asked, but there's one I've been asking everyone I've been meeting, which is, out of all the meals or dishes that you've tasted and enjoyed, is there one particular one that always warms the soul for you?
Well, I was fortunate enough to work with help with the group to help some Syrian refugees come over this last year. And since the influx of all of the great Syrian refugees, there's been lots of restaurants open up, and this new Syrian restaurant opened up in my neighborhood, and I try to get there. It's fantastic. There's some meals that I like, but usually, I'm usually not that fussy.
Well, there we go. Tom, thank you so much for giving us some of your time today.
Thank you very much.